made you pursue a career in music?
First.
I fell in love with music at a young age. I started by first playing the drums, and then after I started playing the drums, I picked up the saxophone, then bass guitar, and then I finally fell in love with piano. And I've always played and sung in church, so obviously Christian music was something that I really fell in love with.
So is that what you would say your genre is, Christian music?
I guess so. If you consider that a genre, I guess so. Yes, sir.
Is that the only thing that you do, or do you do?
We've experienced and experimented with like Christian rap. We've done.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna be like, you guys do rap.
Yeah, our group.
But I mean, it doesn't have to be Christian because we go to a Christian school. It doesn't have to be, but like we just need to know all the genres and stuff of what you would.
Well, our band, we would do like covers of like secular stuff, but then, God pulled on our heartstrings and said, you're going to be a Christian and you're going to live for me. You need to have the reputation of a Christian artist. So now we strictly do Christian music. We do different types of like Christian genres. Like we rap and we do like gospel, and then sometimes we just do like contemporary. But it's all Christian now. Even if we take like a secular song and we'll change the words, like Bruno Mars "Locked into Heaven," we changed it to "Go into Heaven."
Yeah.
And so it sounds just like it, but we changed the words to fit like Christian
Scenario,
yeah.
like being in front of Christian kids.
Mm-hmm.
So you do like what Weird Al does?
Yeah,
like,
but in a Christian sense.
Okay.
Yeah, but not all the time. That's only most of our songs is like Eddie James or Israel Houghton. Is that how you say it?
Mm-hmm.
And then like what's the other guy's name?
Ty Tribbett.
Ty Tribbett.
It's more of a very upbeat, fast-paced type of Christian thing.
Well, I can tell you how I started singing, so then I'll add more words. I started singing in the second grade, and my first thing that I did was I was in a talent show, and I won the talent show, and ever since then I've been singing. And I love music and I love singing. I was in choir for a long time, but then I decided that's not the kind of music I like. But
a lot of it's repetitive.
Yeah, it's like. But I mean, it gave me training that I needed to be able to sing the kind of music that I do today, and I've been to Hawaii to sing and stuff like that. And then I started going to church with AJ, and that's when I realized that Christian music was the way that I wanted to go, and that I felt like God wanted me to go.
So would you say that, I don't know what I was about to say. What would you say your inspirations are? Like, would Eddie James be your inspiration, or
Definitely.
Oh, yes.
do you have any other inspirations other than, does anybody outside of Christian music inspire you?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
You want to go first? Or me?
You can go first.
Me, I was very inspired at a young age by Michael Jackson, the late and the great Michael Jackson. I loved how he could incorporate music and dance, and the Jackson 5, the whole group. I was also very, very, my love for piano really came about listening to Stevie Wonder and Lionel Richie. Like I fell in love with those guys from jump, and now I still listen to Bruno Mars daily. Like I just love what he's doing. He's an awesome artist, and also my ultimate favorite all time, I think, is the greatest musician to ever walk this planet, John Mayer. I absolutely love him. I have every song he's ever created. And if he's had any thoughts about a song, I will get that too. I love it. Those are my, outside of Christian, those are my biggest, inspirations.
My inspirations are well, since I was little, singing wise, was always Christina Aguilera and Beyonce, because they can sing outrageously. And Whitney Houston, I like her too, but I didn't really listen to her as much. I think I studied Beyonce and Christina Aguilera and tried to get all their runs down and stuff like that. And then now, like, I like to listen to Bruno Mars.
I don't know how to spell Aguilera, but it's close enough.
Aguilera. Aguilera.
Okay, it's close enough.
Yeah, but let's see, who else? Really just those two. Those two are the two that I really, really like to listen to. Ooh, no, there's this new girl. She's not really famous yet, but she does covers of a lot of different songs. Her name is Tori Kelly. This girl is outrageous. And she is, do y'all know who Tori Kelly is? She does covers of all kinds of songs. She has her own songs, but...
Doesn't she play with Genevieve Allen? Who's that Kelly? They were talking about it yesterday in class.
I don't think it's that one.
I don't think it's Tori Kelly.
Okay.
It may be another one, but...
It was what Sydney was talking about. Anyways, alright. Would you spell Tori T-O-R-I?
Mhm.
Okay. Just making sure.
She's really good. I recommend you listen to her sometime.
Do you believe that you're going to be big one day? Like, is that what you're pushing for, is record label?
Yeah, like not the, like I don't want to seem conceited or like
Well, let me,
arrogant, but
is it more of a hobby for you, or do you plan on pursuing it as a job in the future?
I just have one thing to say. My second job is teaching. That's why I'm here. My first job is singing. And that's, like I always said, if I'm not going to be a rock star, I'll be a teacher. There's a big difference there. So I'd obviously much rather be a singer. And then, we have big news, but...
yeah, we have actually tremendous news. Last night and the night before, we actually got to open for Eddie James, and he gave us advice, told us this and that. Some stuff that we're supposed to sign in the near future. I can't really say it, but when it comes to signing things, it's kind of obvious. I can say that, and we're actually going on tour this summer. I mean, everything is just kind of lining up in its place. I think we just need to continue with it and follow with it. And as long as, we just stay faithful and keep pursuing it and just keep having the hunger for it like we do now, I could say in the near future, a lot of other people will be like, hey, I went to school with them. That kind of saying, kind of how we say with James Justice, like, oh yeah, I went to school with him, he's on TV. I feel like it'll be that same way. But I don't want to, blow my head out of proportion or anything like that.
I get what you're saying.